Big Dash knows what?
Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? New York Giants football. Let's go. Week 10. Week 10, the New York Giants versus the Dallas Cowboys. Are we ready for this? Are we ready for this? Oh, man. If you would have told me back in May that I would be feeling the way that I'm feeling right now, I would have called you a liar. I would have called you a liar. No way did I expect the season to go the way that it's been going. But since we're in the thick of it, we're in the end game now. As Doctor Strange would say, we're in the end game now. It just is what it is. So the New York Giants versus the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. Second game of the season. Rivalry week. Now, here's the thing. Obviously, Daniel Jones is gone. Tyrod Taylor is gone. We're looking at Tommy DeVito, Matt Barkley, and a newcomer in Jacob Eason. Yes, the New York Giants signed Jacob Eason to the practice squad today, a young journeyman, 26 years old, former Georgia Bulldog, former Washington Husky, former five-star recruit coming out of high school. He was one of those top guys. They thought he was going to be spectacular, and then it fizzled out. But we got this guy on the practice squad now. We also picked up a running back. I believe it's Hal Hassan or Hassan Hall. That's the name, Hassan Hall. And again, another body for the practice squad. We'll see what happens if they decide to call any of these guys up. But right now, it's looking like it's going to be the New Jersey born and raised Tommy DeVito leading the New York Giants against the Dallas Cowboys. If you would have told me in May I would have said something like that, I would have called you a liar too. Absolutely. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. We still have 8 games left in the season. It's going to be a long 8 weeks. It's going to be a long off season. It's going to be a long free agency period. It's going to take a long time for us to get back to where we need to be. A lot of changes need to be made, but this is not a video about that. This is a video about this particular game. So what can we do to try to beat the Dallas Cowboys? What can we do? Is there anything that we can do? Maybe it's a trap game. Maybe we can catch them by surprise. Maybe if pigs grew wings, they could fly. Bars. I don't know what the New York Giants can do, but here's the thing. Slow it down. Use Saquon Barkley. Try to get the ball to Jalen Hyatt. Try to be accurate when you get the ball to Jalen Hyatt. Let these young guys play. Let these young guys develop. I want to see Jordan Riley play. There's no reason why he should be a healthy scratch anymore. He needs to be getting reps. He needs to be on the field. Guys like Dane Belton needs to be on the field. Xavier McKinney, we need to figure out what's going to happen with him. The way he's talking right now, subliminals, non-subliminals, statements, blanket statements, talking about the leaders are not being heard. And then Andrew Thomas saying, I don't know what he's talking about. I feel heard. What's going on with the New York Giants right now? And that's the thing that you don't need to happen. Again, I believe that Brian Dable's job should be safe going into 2024. I believe his job should be safe, but you got to get this locker room in order. Whatever's going on with Xavier McKinney, we need to try to get that in order. Because Xavier McKinney can talk that good game, but we saw it. They pointed it out. There was a couple plays where there was a lack of effort. There was a lack of effort. And when you're a guy with a C on your chest, one of suppose it was supposed to be one of the leaders, I will call you a leader because you are a leader on that defense. When other guys don't see you put in that maximum effort, even though I know it's in a loss or when you're losing, it's a bad example. Now, I'm not trying to say here he has a track record of that, but Xavier McKinney, looking at what he's trying to do as far as it's a contract year, if it's not the New York Giants giving him big money, he's trying to get big money somewhere else. You can't put that type of effort on tape. You can't do it. You can't do it. People are going to be watching that. Some people might let it slide. Some people might let it go. But, as far as New York Giants fans go and people that want to watch the all 22 and rewatch games, certain things you can just see. And there was a little bit of a lack in certain situations. But back to the young guys got to play, man. Evan Neal is hurt again. He got an ankle and left ankle and a right ankle now. Tomorrow is going to be Wednesday. So we'll see, what the injury report is going to say. See who practices, who's limited, who's full participation, who did not practice. We're going to see all that. I'm curious to see what's going on with Andrew Thomas. There was a part in the game last week where they said he was a little bit gimpy. But again, this is not a video about just updates for the New York Giants. It's about the New York Giants versus Dallas Cowboys. Now, Dallas just lost to the Philadelphia Eagles in a heartbreaker. But for me, I'm always laughing when the NFC East team loses, especially when it's not the Giants. But Dallas is going to want to get back. Obviously not against Philadelphia. They can't do that. So they're going to have to probably take that out on the New York Giants. That's what they're going to want to do. But here is the thing. No matter what we think, it's still a marquee game. The Giants versus the Cowboys. And for some reason, those games always seem to be, no matter what position the teams are in, it always ends up being a tough physical game. And I expect it to be tough and physical again. Obviously, the beginning of the year, first game of the season, we got our socks blown off. It wasn't even competitive. Socks blown off. Now you're looking at, I'm not looking at, okay, I want to win. Absolutely, I want to win. But I'm looking at this game like, okay, I want to see what Kayvon Thibodeau does. I want to see what Dexter Lawrence does. I want to see how Tay Banks looks. I want to see how Pinnock is doing. That's what I'm doing now with these games. Obviously, I'm rooting for the win, but I want to see how these guys look in these games now. See how they're developing. Micah McFadden, how is he developing? Bobby Okereke, how is this linebacker duo doing? That's the kind of things that I'm looking for now, because when you're 2-7 and now your quarterback is gone and you're down to a practice squad guy, a lot of that the optimism has been gone, but a lot of the hopes for victories, you're looking at this season like it's a wash right now. You're looking at it like it's a wash. Obviously, you want your team to win, but let's be honest, people. You're looking at it as a wash right now. And even if you were to turn it around and somehow make it to the playoffs, are you really going to be competitive in the playoffs? With Tommy DeVito? With Matt Barkley? With Jacob Eason? Nah, that's not happening. It's not happening. But the only thing you can do now is evaluate these young guys, and that should be the main objective for the rest of the season. For the rest of the season. Hyatt needs to get off, man. Pause. Hyatt needs he needs a game where he can build up some confidence. Not saying that he's lacking confidence, but he needs one of those games. He needs another one of those breakout games, a couple of good catches, maybe get him over 100 yards, get him his first touchdown. I need to see that. Wandale Robinson, working him back into the fold. I need to see that. Daniel Bellinger, get him back involved as well. It's a lot of things that need to happen for the future of the New York Giants. And we're talking about the future of the New York Giants, but that still starts this season and this game versus the Dallas Cowboys. You want to see who those foundational pieces are. You want to see who's going to quit on this team. We want to see who's going to keep on fighting the rest of the season. That'll tell you a lot. Last year, a lot of things went right for the New York Giants, and the vibe was different. This year, a lot of things, if not everything, has gone wrong for the Giants. A lot of that is our own fault. But we need to see who's the guy that's going to tuck their tail and give up on the whole season, and who's going to stick it out no matter what's going on as far as the outcome, and who's going to keep fighting and keep playing and keep doing what they need to do. For the Giants. That's what it's about for me right now. So when it comes to this Dallas Cowboys versus New York Giants, I am absolutely rooting for the win. It's the Dallas Cowboys. I hate the Dallas Cowboys. Only team I hate more than the Dallas Cowboys is the Philadelphia Eagles. So I'm always going to root for the win. but I also want to see these guys develop. I want to see everybody play hard, and I want to see if they actually quit on the coach. And I don't think that's going to happen, especially when it comes to the defense, because you're not just quitting on Brian Dable when you're on defense. You're also quitting on Wink Martindale, and I don't see these guys quitting on Wink Martindale at all. At all. On the offensive side, I'm still trying to find out exactly who each one of these guys is. Who are they? How are they going to respond to all of this? Is Andrew Thomas going to stick it out and keep playing, or is he going to shut it down? Is Evan Neal going to keep on pushing, or is he going to shut it down? I don't think he can afford to shut it down when it comes to Evan Neal. He got to put some good game on tape, some good ball on tape. Evan Neal has to do that. John Michael Schmitz still needs to develop. He needs these reps. That's why this time is important. These games are important for the development of these younger guys, and that's what it is right now, unfortunately. It's all about getting these guys right for the future. Foundational pieces, building blocks for the New York Giants moving forward, 2024, 2025, and things like that. So all of these guys, these rookies that you drafted, these guys need to play, and these guys need to be able to, to put something on tape and show that they are, in fact, developing. I wouldn't mind seeing Trey Hawkins over Dory Jackson right now. I wouldn't mind seeing more Cordell Flott. These guys are going to be on the team. I don't know if Adoree Jackson is going to be on the team next year. So it just is what it is. And I know that's not what people are tuning in for. You want to hear how the New York Giants can beat the Dallas Cowboys. Again, any given Sunday, anything can happen. But right now, the way the New York Giants are looking, it's all about the hope, because the optimism is gone. It's gone. But that's going to be the video. Quick preview of the New York Giants versus the Dallas Cowboys. Can we rattle Dak? Maybe. Can we do some good things against CeeDee Lamb? Maybe. I can't wait to see the matchup with Tay Banks and CeeDee Lamb. That should be a good one. That's one way to develop. Hawkins, Flott, these guys need to be playing. Jordan Riley against that offensive line, I need to see it. And hopefully we get a chance to see that. So I want to thank everybody for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation. Let's go.